Yeah, I do like neck knives. Let me show you an example of that. Again, depending on size, this is actually one that a friend of mine made. This is probably a little bigger than I'd recommend for a lot of people to carry. But if you're going to carry a neck knife, one thing to think about too is you don't want to have like paracord or something that's not going to break around your neck. If I have a neck knife hanging around there and somebody gets a hold of a paracord, now they've got something to strangle me with. So you want something like leather lace or like these beaded chains work really well. But basically, the nice thing about that is you just put it kind of on and just reach up underneath your shirt and you just pull and the knife is there. So yeah, I really like neck knives. When you think about how you're going to wear it as well, is get something, if you have a sheath made for it, that is sturdy. The last thing you want to do is there's knives that come with sheaths that aren't super tight. And what happens is you walk around and the next thing you know the knife's falling out and it's falling down into your waistband, which again is not an ideal situation. Also, if you look at building a sheath or having one built, look at having the holes at the top so that as that's laying on your neck, it lays flat on your body. So you're not getting any of that twist or anything like that. But yeah, I like neck knives a lot. Just realize that the deployment, again, you're having to reach underneath your shirt to access it.
Adam, quick question for neck knives, right? My partner at work, God bless, rest his soul, but my partner at work carried a neck knife forever. I now own that, unfortunately, and I've carried it for a long time. I like yours better, so I think I'm going to be getting one of those. Anyways, on the neck knives for ladies, and tell me if I'm wrong in doing this, but I've been recommending if you're going to wear a neck knife for a lady, because Jensen asked, I recommend putting it on and either threading it down through the center of the bra or putting the bra on afterwards so it's holding it down so it doesn't flop. If not, it moves a lot, right? Because we're guys, right? Because I don't have a bra to hold it on. It seems like it moved a lot when I had it with a loose shirt. So is that something you recommend too?
Yeah, that's solid advice. So if you do have a bra put underneath it, another thing you can do to make it kind of a little bit more sticky is, the shower mat that's kind of that rubberized shower mat. You can take some of that and stick it on the backside so it gives it something to kind of grip so it's not sliding as much.
Okay.
So that is an option too. But again, you don't want to make it too bulky. So you find like this thin stuff, but a little rubber on there. But yeah, you're spot on. If you tuck it underneath the bra, then it will keep it from rocking as much.
And the beauty is, right, a lot of ladies won't wear a belt, right? Yoga pants, whatever else. So it's a perfect place to hang the knife. But could you talk to about the length of the chain that they put on, right? And by the way, for those who didn't see it, it's almost like the toilet bowl chains that go inside a toilet bowl that when you pull it, it just pops out very easily. So you want that type of thing on there. But Adam, could you talk about the length? Because I found if it gets too low, let's say a lady has a shorter torso or they have a really long torso. So that's important, I found, so that if they reach under the shirt to grab it, it's still got to be there. They don't either go too high or it's down too low. Could you talk about that length of the neck chain?
Yeah, I personally like to keep it about the sternum level. So the idea is where that hand kind of comes just a little below the sternum. My hand is right at the base of it. I don't want it down low where it's on my stomach, but if you basically picture kind of where your ribs kind of join, have about half of the knife-ish kind of there. So this would be on me right there, just kind of that length there is where I like it. And then again, if you picture having something to retain that, there's not a lot to move that around.
And for ladies, the beauty of what he's just showing you is you can access that with either hand, right? If a guy is attacking you and he doesn't want your stuff, right, meaning your purse, your keys, or something, he usually wants your body or your life, unfortunately. So at this point, your hands are probably going to be tied up, but this allows the hands to stay center line to the body and either hand to be able to get to it if you need to. So I'd strongly recommend those neck knives. I think they're great, especially if you're not carrying something with a belt or they can go in a sheath, but you can access it with either way very quickly and very easily right at your center line.
Yeah, that's awesome. One thing I'll add off that, you mentioned yoga pants. That's one thing I've seen a lot with ladies coming through the class. Maybe guys too. I haven't seen it yet, but a lot of the ladies that will come through class wonder how they can carry without carrying a neck knife. And I don't have it with me, but have you seen the Ulti clips? It's like a little clip that looks like the suspender holder. So you can actually get a little one of those and then kind of file it down, sand it so it doesn't have sharp edges on it, but then tie a paracord piece to it. So basically picture having that little clamp attached to this end, and then I can still tuck it in my yoga pants at the top, but it's clamped on to there. Oh. And if you've ever played with the Ulti clips, if you get the right size, your pants will tear before that will come off. So that's another method too. If you maybe don't like the neck knife, but want to keep it center line or on your waist, you can also do something like that.
Yeah. I've seen another way to where, like, let's say you're wearing jeans, you can either tie it to a belt loop right to the front to where you can access it very easily. Or you can, like, if you have buttons where it's a button that slides through the jeans, you can wrap it around the button and slide the button in through the eye loop for the jeans. So now that when you pull it, if it's in the appendix position, it comes out that way too.
Yeah, and I like the button one a lot better. I've had the belt loop, not the actual belt, but the belt loop. I used to run it that way because it was convenient. And I deployed my knife just training, and I ripped the belt loop off. So then my knife comes out and it's still inside the sheath. It's like, oh, that wouldn't have been what I wanted. So, yep. Awesome.
Wow, that's so much information. Oh my gosh. Like, I feel like I was drinking from a fire hose on that one, just because that's new to me. A lot of that is new to me. So thank you so much for spending time with us tonight. Like, I feel like that was just dipping our toe in the water, and there's so much more to learn.